Hello and welcome to the Tech Geek podcast. I'm joined by a very special guest in this episode today. I have Sebastian from UiPath, and I will quickly ask him to introduce himself as it's an exciting part of DevCon that I'm here to conversate him with. Sebastian, why don't you go and introduce yourself, please?
Yes, thank you, Sukriti, for having me here. So I'm Sebastian Schroetel. I am Senior Vice President of Product Management at UiPath, and I'm super excited at UiPath to lead, the product roadmap and product strategy for our automation, agentic, and AI solutions.
Okay, so let's start with the event itself. I would like to know that DevCon is such a powerful celebration of developers. From your perspective, tell us how is UiPath empowering the community as agentic AI becomes the new frontier and takes over the technology landscape.
Yes, for us, it's super important. I mean, our developer community worldwide has grown up to 3 million people. So we have one of the largest developer community in the automation space. And as we now introduce and launch, the big pivot to agentic automation, we want to bring our developer community along. So all the 3 million community members, it's super important, it's close to our heart that we enable them. And with DevCon, our major developer-focused event, we start the learning journey for our developers to enter the world of agentic automation. But of course, it's just a start. So there will be way more via our academic alliances, via different enablement and learning opportunities in the future. But this is the kickoff.
So that sounds very exciting. Moving on to the next one, on to how you are leading this entire, Sebastian. You lead the product at one of the most transformative, automation companies here. How are you thinking about building the features and the experiences that help developers work more effectively with AI agents?
Yes, I think there's two things that is something that is very, very important for me when defining product futures. It's customer and developer centricity. So, of course, we want to build products, we want to build an agentic automation platform that solves real-world business problems. So it's not just building cool demoware or something like this, it's building end-to-end enterprise-ready platforms where customers can implement even the most complex and most sensitive business process with our platform. And then, of course, we need to bring our developers along. So our core is we want to support the full bandwidth of developer skill set, from pro-code to low-code experiences. And all of that, of course, assisted by agentic technology itself.
Okay.
So a key element there is Autopilot for developers, which we add to all our new and future experiences by default, where, yes, all our developers have a digital assistant to ask questions, but also to help actually creating and developing the artifacts.
Okay. For all the developers, listening in, many of them have, I'm sure, closely worked with business teams. What strategic direction is UiPath giving organizations to actually integrate agentic automation into real workflows, maybe just beyond theory that exists?
Correct. A major element here is what we call agentic orchestration. And here, Maestro, which is our orchestration layer, our orchestration tool, is a key element. So UiPath is pivoting heavily away from doing single task automations to really implement the end-to-end business process in our platform. And then also orchestrate in the process humans, agents, robots, but also different AI models into the end-to-end process. So this is important for us. We are really moving from short-running task automations to really end-to-end process orchestration with Maestro and our agents.
Great. Let's talk about the growing opportunities in this field, Sebastian, and where are the areas that you see these emerging opportunities happening? And if there are any specific industries or use cases that you feel agentic automation has or will have the most immediate impact currently?
I'm super excited that, of course, agentic automation and agentic orchestration can be applied to all industries.
Okay.
But there is some who are emerging faster.
Okay.
And these are, on the one hand side, it's the industries and pillars who have a high volume. And this is, of course, classically banking, finance, financial services, but also telecommunications, which is traditionally a very strong customer base at UiPath.
Okay.
But in addition to that, and especially for India, there is a large segment of healthcare and healthcare providers who also have, of course, a high frequency of tasks and business processes.
Yes.
Who, especially in India, are really moving strongly forward into the world of agentic automation.
Okay, let's talk about the customers, perspective here. Sebastian, a lot of customers have invested in the classic RPA that we are looking at.
Yes.
How do you recommend the build on these investments, and how can they thrive in more intelligent and autonomous ecosystem altogether?
Yes. At that point in time, I want to highlight one very, very important thing in our strategy. We are not invalidating what we have built over the last years.
Okay.
And we are strongly committing ourselves to continue to strongly support our existing customer base, but help them to extend their installation into the world of agentic. So all the automations, everything that our customers have built in the past, all the RPA bots have their place in the agentic automation approach.
Okay.
So at the end, our customers would now add agents to it for the more flexible tasks, for tasks that need to, where the agent is needed to understand complex documents, make decisions, and so on and so on.
Okay. So talking of these decision-making, Sebastian, what is that one thing that you would suggest or recommend the entire customer base who are using the RPAs and using this autonomous ecosystem? One suggestion, one tip that you would want to give them.
So please definitely look into AI agents. It's so incredible what AI agents can do and can add on top of robots.
Okay.
Stuff that we could never automate before, we can now simply automate, and actually you develop them with just natural language.
Okay. All right. The next one here. For developers, specifically those who are working in the legacy workflows, how can they start making that shift into the agentic mindset without completely rebuilding everything?
At the end, it's the following. Maestro and our agent builder are additions to our platform. They don't invalidate it. And the existing workflows in the platform are essential as tools for the agent.
Okay.
I'm making an example. Building agents, to be very frank, building agents, it's not something that is very unique to UiPath. But building agents that you can trust in a controlled agency, and building agents that have direct inbuilt access to a very wide range of tools, like the arms and legs of the agents. And these are also the RPA bots that our customers built in the last years. And having this in one single platform with an orchestration layer of Maestro is really unique now in the market.
Great. Let's talk about India and the market here,
Yes.
Sebastian. We are here at DevCon with one of the most passionate developer bases in the world.
Yes.
And how are you doing it here for the second edition? How important is India to UiPath's product vision and innovation strategy, especially across Asia?
I also personally love to come to India. So I used to come every year to India because I love engaging with the developer community here. And there's two things. For UiPath, also India is an important R&D hub.
Okay.
We have around 250 employees in R&D in India that build core elements of our agentic platform.
Okay.
They span from testing to our low-code experiences, but also big elements of our integration capabilities into the ecosystem out there, multi-agent communication and so on is built out of India. So crucial parts of our platform are engineered here because we have, there's amazing quality of developers out there. So, and then of course, if you look at our customers and partners, most of our developers are based in India. And this is also why this is the place for us to have DevCon.
Okay, I definitely second that thought. When it comes to the developers base here in India, very innovative, and this is a very common feedback and a compliment that we often get from the organizations based outside. Let's talk about the skills part a little, Sebastian. How is UiPath supporting the growth of the AI skills and the developer maturity in the region, and any new initiatives or programs that you'd want to talk about?
So, of course, we use our community, and our community has different programs that even span into something like UiPath Insider,
Okay.
where our community can, via UiPath Insider, get even access to non-generally available software, which is a very cool thing for our most engaged developers to work with UiPath, because they get early access via our community, to be honest.
Okay.
And there's also one way for us to have a very close contact with the developers themselves.
Okay, that's very interesting and exciting. Developers, all of you who are listening to this episode, please make a note. A lot of exciting things coming up from UiPath.
Yes.
Looking ahead, I would want to talk about a little of the future that comes in. What are some of the key trends that you think developers should keep their eye on? And when it comes to AI and automation, let's just say,
Yes.
what's coming next? What is the big thing that you see?
So there's one thing I found very, very important. A new standard in engineering becomes the English language. So that means it might sound a little bit profane, where developers, of course, everyone, including myself, I used to be a developer at the beginning of my career. We all learned how to code. But now the world is changing very rapidly. So with new cool concepts like vibe coding, I think you heard the term, we use more and more natural language to actually define what the program should do.
Okay.
And then the generative AI component below actually generates the code itself.
Okay.
It's still important for developers, especially for complex and sensitive processes, to understand the code, because in all our experience, we will still allow developers to see the code itself,
Okay.
also to validate, of course, what was generated. But this is, for me, the most important thing, where I would really, motivate all developers. Get yourself, please, into the habit of writing prompts instead of code.
Please note. Okay. The last one here that I would want to actually end the conversation upon is that if I'm a developer listening to this episode, and I want to stay relevant in the UiPath's ecosystem that exists, what should I start learning and doing right now?
Please start using the Agent Builder and Maestro. This is a true step forward into the world of agentic automation orchestration.
Okay.
And our developers, via our community editions, can get free access to it.
Okay.
So this is the place, the UiPath community is the place where to start, and the Agent Builder is available.
Wonderful. Now I would like to conclude this conversation with a quick lightning round of questions.
Oh, nice.
Sebastian. Okay. To begin with, one UiPath feature that developers should try this month.
Maestro.
Okay. The next one, the most exciting thing about agentic AI in one word.
Adaptability.
Okay. The last one, describe the future of automation in one sentence.
The future of automation is agents, robots, and humans working together to automate more than ever before.
Wonderful. Fantastic answers, Sebastian.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much. I had a great time, and thank you for sharing so many insights and so many important aspects of agentic AI with me in this conversation today. Lovely speaking with you. Thank you once again for giving out time for this.
Thank you, Sukriti.